Yo, what's going on, guys? Jared here. I am finally back from YCS Orlando, and I wanted to show you guys what I played and why I played it, give a little insight of what I was looking for and what I was going for the deck that I chose. And the deck I actually ended up taking was Ryzeal Fiendsmith, which ended up winning the entire event, which is really funny because the entire event, when I was doing my rounds, I was even saying to a lot of my friends, like, this deck just does not feel correct. Like, I feel so targeted. A lot of the cards that are by people in their non-engine slots are like meant to target this deck so heavily. And then I'm like, there's no way this deck is going to do well. Like, Malice just felt like the right deck all day. And then I look at the top cut, and it's like a majority of Ryzeal Fiendsmith still. And I'm like, I don't know how this is happening. Like, my rounds, like, just did not go anywhere near my favor. I don't want to say it kind of felt luck-based, but it definitely felt luck-based. Like just, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I had a lot of unfortunate hands, too, of, like, double nib, worry glued to my hand, 6-card mulch armies, like things of that nature. But overall, overall it was a fun experience. Like, I still enjoyed talking to all my opponents. Everyone was super nice. VIP section was awesome. I liked being in it. So I guess I didn't make the wrong decision of playing Ryzeal Fiendsmith, obviously. But the actual build I want to say that I liked, but I just feel like I was countered on every corner possible. Which ended up just making the event really frustrating. And I didn't even end up playing side events with the deck because I felt so targeted. It was so the main event just got me so bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it got me so bad. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it a little bit and talk about it as I go through the deck profile. But if you enjoy, please subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Okay, ignore my Baja Blasts. So like I said, I played Ryzeal Fiendsmith. I think this build makes really perfect sense. Yeah, so 3x, 3 sword, 3 ice, node, 3 bonfire, and cross. I'm not playing the quick play spell. Just don't need it. It just seems like another bad draw. Which is crazy looking back on it now because of how bad I drew. Honestly, a lot of the games I lost was because I didn't draw any of these. I would just draw none of them. I'm just playing with non-engine and Fiendsmith cards. And if you're going against something like Malice, you just can't do anything. They're just gonna play through it's nothing. So it was really unfortunate. Yeah, so that was it for the Ryzeal package. When I drew these cards, it was great. It was awesome. But I swear, a lot of times I wasn't even summoning Ryzeal cards. For the Fiendsmith cards, I actually cut down one engraver from a lot of people's builds that they were playing. I actually found myself opening up the Fiendsmith engine too much, and I also couldn't find myself to cutting Attract because there was a lot of scenarios where I'm I have engraver in hand and I need a second spell, and I would much rather have Attract, which is overall more consistent if I draw multiple copies of these cards than engraver. It also plays around draw a little bit better if you open up Attract instead of engraver. Well, the greedy combo is way better with engraver. But you're the times I did the greedy combo was literally once, which is engraver plus ice. I'll show it at the end of the video, but I never did it because I did it one time, and it was because I talent looked at his hand. I knew he had nothing else, and I'm all right, yeah, I'm just going. But I like this engine a lot. In theory, it should have been perfect, but yeah, it just didn't go in my favor. Going into the non-engine now, as you can see, I have plenty of non-engine too. But yep, stuff just yep, like I said, it was a rough day. It didn't feel like my day. 3 copies of Bestials. I saw a lot of people cutting these down to 2. I think that's incorrect. These cards are so broken. If anything, I wanted more Bestials. I really wanted to play a Bestial deck this event. Actually, I really was waiting on the Tempai Bestial deck, but I was already comfortable with this deck and familiar with it, so I just stuck with what was good and what was already broken. I knew it was broken. Your opponent has to have a lot of specific cards to deal with everything you're throwing at them, especially when you're drawing the right hands, and it's just yeah, it just did not go my way. 3 copies of Fua, 3 copies of Nib, 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Imperm. That was it for the hand traps, so it was 15. And then for the last 4 cards, I wanted to do a little bit of board breakers because this deck actually plays pretty well in the boards. It was 2 copies of Talents and 2 copies of Metaltronus. This card was seeing a lot more popularity this past week, which is crazy because I feel at least the people I've talked to known about this card for so long, and it just started getting really popular this week, or it was just because of YCS testing that people were okay, this is the spicy card, everyone's gonna know about it, whatever. Besides the point. Main thing is, this card was everywhere. The Malice players were playing it, even playing Detonator in the extra deck, just to clear cards. Yeah, a lot of the Ryzeal Fiendsmith decks were playing it. This card was just everywhere. It was really good. Overall, I really like this card. This card's awesome. I had a lot of good tech choices. What I wanted to do was play a going second Tempai deck. This is what I actually wanted to test out, but I didn't have enough time. Was going second Tempai, maining 3 Metaltronus, and you have a lot of room in the extra deck. And rather than just going for Detonator and banishing their guy, you're able to go from Detonator, and you can go into the 107, and then you can go 107. You can slap over the full armor effect to go and pop the cross. They have to negate it, and then you can slap over Cipher Blade effect and pop the cross again. So this puts them down on the cross negate's gone, the detonator's like pretty much negated, and then all you have to do is like summon Hydra, and then you can summon Hydra, make the big level 10, and just like OTK them. It's like so easy. You just turn off the twins with the big level 10 synchro effect, and it was just like a cakewalk. It was so easy to make, and like if you somehow don't end the game, these also double as just like dragon monsters that you can link off in main phase 2. And go in the Heavenly Seal too, which is really nice. So just like a little tech thing that I figured out like as we were doing testing, but I ended up not playing it obviously because this deck just felt like so unfair like a lot of the time. And like I said, I want to show that combo at the end of the video of just Engraver plus Ice, because that combo is absolutely bonkers. It's like the only combo that ends on both Caesar plus Desiree, and I feel like not a lot of people do it, but it's really, really cool. For the extra deck, I'll go through it really quick. Aggregator, Exciton Knight, Dweller, Twins, Caesar, Duo, Detonator. And then I played Requiem, Agnum Day, Close, Sequence, Chaos Angel, Necroquip, Desiree. The only thing I would change in this is Exciton Knight. I just wouldn't play this card. This would just be a second Requiem. A lot of my games I just lost because I didn't have a second copy of this card. Where like I have like just Fiendsmith going and they bitch the Requiem and then the Fiendsmith cards do nothing. Whereas if I played a second Requiem, I could just like keep my engine going and actually do things rather than just do nothing. And Exciton Knight realistically never came up. I just like was making it with Ice and then just like putting it back. I never actually used the effect to destroy everything. So that's the only change I would make for the extra deck. For the side deck, I chose Judgment as my go first card. Strike was like obviously a consideration along with D-Barrier. D-Barrier doesn't hit everything, especially not Malice. I also wanted this to combat things like Metaltronus and Ultimate Slayer on my Detonator, as well as just like, you know, any generic like Solemn Judgment like a Detonator is really strong. Solemn Judgmenting any of the Malice names is really strong. So this card is like it has like the strike stuff plus like a little bit more, but I know that strike can like hit hand traps and stuff, but I feel like this deck plays around hand traps so well already that I really didn't need that in this slot for it. Of course, 3 copies of Lancia, and then I was being a goon with 3 copy of each Charmy. These cards are just max C, right? Like all of them are just so broken. Like having just playing like 9 in your deck going second, just you feel so much more like, well, ideally you feel so much stronger. Like in the VIP, these things were insane. At the main event, these cards were like glued as my 6th card, which was driving me insane, but that's besides the point. And then lastly, I played 3 copies of Ultimate Slayer to obviously just out Detonators and send Aggregator and stuff. It's like the best card going into the Ryzeal Fiendsmith deck because it just outs everything. Absolutely bonkers card. Really quickly, I'm going to show you guys the combo because I think it's just like a really interesting one. I don't know if it's like a lot of people show it, but it's a really fun one in my opinion at least. So you go Ice effect, summon out X effect, search Sword. As the normal line goes, overlay these 2 to go into Exciton effect, go into Requiem effects, go into Lacrima effect. You have to dump a Engraver here. You need the extra copy of Engraver. I'll show you why. From here, you equip the Requiem, use these 2 to go into Necroquip. This is just like if they like bell the Engraver, you have like a line to stop it essentially. You're going to Engraver, put back, summon out Engraver. This is like a check for DDD Caesar. So like if they have nib, this is usually where they would nib you. So if they don't nib you at this point, usually you're good to go, but sometimes they just like hold it and they're like, if their only hand trap is nib, there's times where they just hope that you mess up and just don't go in the Caesar. So like, again, it's like 50-50 depending on your opponent. But from here, you're going to go Engraver effect, get tracked. You're going to use the effect of, what's it called, Necroquip here to draw, which is also broken. So you get an extra draw out of it. I'll just draw Ash Blossom. Tracked effect, you're going to get Worry and send Worry. Worry effect, you're going to summon out. You're going to link off these 2, and you're going to go into Sequence. And then from here, you're going to go Sequence effect, and you're going to put back a Worry, Requiem, and 1 Engraver. So that leaves you with Lacrima and Engraver in the graveyard, very important. So yeah, these go here, this goes back, and you're going to summon out your Desiree. And then from here, you're going to use Sequence effect, or I'm sorry, Sequence and Desiree to link off into Agnum Day. And this card is so versatile, like, this card does so many different things. Like, it's so hard to explain, but like, when you're doing combos like this, it really matters. I use Agnum Day effect to bring back the Engraver, and then overlay these 2, and you're going to go into Desiree. Or not Desiree, High King Caesar. And then now you're able to kind of like just free play. It's like the same position, right? It seems like the same position, but I'll show you why it's different. So you're going to go Sword effect, grab X, special X effect, dump the, what's it called? The Twins of the Eclipse. Overlay these two, as I just throw my whole extra deck everywhere. Summon Duo effect to attach. You're going to attach X, then you're going to detach Sword and an X. You want Sword in the graveyard because it's not a white or dark, even though you're protected anyway from Bastille, but this makes your life a little bit easier. You're going to get Node and Cross. You're going to activate Cross, special Node effect, send away the Duo to bring back Sword. And you overlay these two into Detonator, into not the Animaconal, like a Dum-Dum. Detonator effect to attach the twins. So now you have the twins set up with the Duo Drive. Activate Cross, and you're going to put back Ice and X. So you're going to get an additional draw. So we'll say you draw a, you're really good at Yu-Gi-Oh! So you draw an Imperm. And this is your M board, and it seems like not great. Well, it seems like not obviously this M board's broken, but like the whole logic behind this is that you have this as well as in your opponent's draw phase. You actually have the full setup to Lacrima. So you can use Lacrima's effect to bring out a Gumday, and then use a Gumday's effect to summon and equip out Desiree. So this is actually your M board, which is way better than normal. This is a lot of stuff that is very hard to deal with overall. So yeah, that's like the main thing I wanted to show. I feel like not a lot of people do this combo. Obviously it's like really greedy, and you kind of have to hope your opponent's just sleeping for this to resolve properly. But when it does, it's literally an FTK. I don't think I ever, like, in testing, the one time I did in the YCS, like, this board is like impossible to break, I swear. It just takes way too much. And you have like all your Fiendsmith stuff is like back online. You still have an Engraver online. Like, you still have everything. You have full access to everything. Twins coming back. It's just too much. So yeah, that's the combo. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Again, I really picked this deck out of comfort, and just like, obviously this deck was just so good and so consistent, and somehow it just still worked on me. So I don't know. Maybe I need to start playing like my own decks again, because every time I seem to play like a meta deck, it just does not work out for me. So yeah, let me know what you think down below, how you think about the combo, and again, please subscribe if you enjoy. Till then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.